So 3 years between the next games rather than the usual 4, and potentially having to set ambitious or unusual targets because of that. So from your experience, what advice can you give to these athletes?
I think a huge thing is that like relationship with your coach or physio, especially as I said, even when, when you're having those tough times, is being the open conversation between coach and athlete or staff and athlete is really key. And I think that planning, if you're saying, it's 3 years away and you've got that planning for what you want to achieve in 3 years, so that doesn't seem so daunting. I know it's kind of the generic step of that, the smaller goal setting and setting yourself little targets in between and seeing what you can achieve. So like for me, like and it's also really important to still have that rest time. I think for me, like after the games, it would have been really easy to be like, right, we've only got 3 years, so I'm gonna go straight back into training. But I've learned from previous experience, when I've not had a proper break, there is a time in winter where it's just like it just gets too much and my body breaks and my mental health breaks, and you're just kind of like, drowning a little bit. So to still give yourself that rest and the optimum rest to be able to do optimum training, it's really easy to be tempted to try and do too much too soon, and still do it year by year. Like, yes, it's only 3 years compared to 4, but I think most athletes, there's kind of a year on year, there's some kind of championships or competitions each year. So kind of, yes, Paris is in your back of your mind, but actually it's still the same of what can I achieve year on year, those kind of performance targets of the how, like, yeah, I might want to win a medal or do this, but the how, like, how am I going to get better? For me, with now what I've learned now is all I want to do now is try and see how I can make myself go faster in the boat. And that's whatever time that then gets me to in Paris, that's going to be the best I can do and the best I can get before Paris. So focusing on those, the how and what you can control each year,